Hello, and welcome. Oh, welcome to yet another collective reading. I'm on a little bit of a roll with these. I'm actually loving it, to be honest. I'm totally loving it. This time, I'm feeling inspired. I'm trying to hit as many parts of the collective that I can because obviously with these journeys, everyone's journey is different. It looks different for everyone. There's collectives within collectives, there's waves within waves, whatever you want to call it. So I wanted to kind of touch upon a theme that's been coming up when I've been doing collective readings or personal readings, and that is that for some DFs on this journey, for some divine feminines, they are finding that they are moving away from their twin flame and moving towards dating someone new. So dating another person external to their connection. So I just wanted to have a look at the energy of that because it's different for some DFs. They have let go with love and they just realise that the timing's not right and that the connection will come back into play when it's good and ready. And for others, it's a little bit more of a case of walking away with a hurt or broken heart from their DM's actions. So I just want to have a look at what's going on there. Like, what's the message for these DFs? Like, the one, both. What's the message for both DFs? What does Spirit have to say? Oh, this is really interesting because we're getting some interesting and a little bit contradictory cards, but also kind of makes sense. So I'm going to just get a few more if I can before I start reading, because I do like to have a good full picture of what's going on. Anything else to say, Spirit? Spirit's not wanting to give me any more cards now. Anything else to say? Right. Oh, we've got two actually. Okay, 3, because that one, I feel like that one is necessary. Right, so with regards to your twin flame connection, so if you're a DF that is currently moving away from the twin flame connection because you need to experience love, or you've been hurt, or you just know the timing's not right, this is the message for your connection with your twin flame, with your DM, with your divine masculine. We've got online dating. So obviously I love that one came out for this reading, because obviously this was the first card that fell out before I even started talking. These DFs, I mean, it might not necessarily be online dating, it might be that you've met someone organically in person. But obviously this is where your focus is right now, and that's what Spirit's trying to say. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, if that's where your focus is, if you're online dating, if you're enjoying attention from somewhere else, absolutely fine. But Spirit is saying to me right now, he's spying on you. So your DM he's still up to his old tricks. He's still spying on you. He's still watching what you're doing on social media. And he might have even twigged that you're seeing someone else. He might have twigged it, and he's kind of like, what's she up to? What's she up to? We've got dreaming of you, so you might be getting more dreams, and I'm hearing prophetic dreams. So these dreams have messages. Pay attention to what is happening in your dream state right now. What's the message? Keep a dream journal if you can. I mean, for some, that notion might not resonate. Like, you might feel like, well, do you know what? I'm walking away from the connection for now, so I don't want to know. But for others, you might feel like it's valuable to have a dream journal outside your bed and to, write down some of the messages. We've got the answer is no and the answer is yes. So what this is saying to me is the answer is yes, and you know this, just not right now. And that's fine. That's absolutely fine. We've got work it out and grows in time. So Spirit does want you to know that it is going to come back round. It's going to cycle back round eventually. When the timing's right, when divine timing is favourable, this connection is going to cycle back round and it will be renewed. But for the meantime, what you're doing by dating someone else, there's lessons to be learned here for both parties, for both counterparts. For yourself, you might have to learn how to, Spirit saying learning how to choose you, and learning to be valued. You know, you might find somebody who's really shows you really, really positive, really comforting affection and love, and you know, there's someone who you have a bond with that, okay, it might not be fiery, it might not be intense, it might not be the romance of a lifetime, but this person could be very good for you right now, and that's fine. You know, that's what you're being asked to kind of navigate with the transformation card. It's also asking your DM to transform too, because energetically you're going to pull them along with you with your lessons that you learn in this relationship. And I feel like as well, you know, for some DMs who do know that their DFs are dating outside of the connection, it's going to push them to decide, you know, on what they need to do. Like for some, it could be that they are already with karmics, or that they've got stuff going on, or they're not standing in their masculine energy. It's going to push them to do that. It's going to push them to say, right, you know what, I can't lose my twin. I don't want to lose my twin, so I'm going to do something about it. I might be feeling like my back's against the wall in this situation, but it's time I make a move. It's time I do something else. We've got forgiveness needed as well. So while I feel like some DFs have left the connection or moved away from the connection on good terms, there's still an element of forgiveness. And even if it's buried deep underneath it all, you might be masking over it slightly. So you might be kind of thinking, do you know what? I'm letting go with love. He can do his thing and I can do my thing. But you've got to really think deep down, like, do you feel resentful that he hasn't come through for you? Because I do feel like for some, that's going to be the case. And that you need to kind of really try to get to that core forgiveness. I mean, the thing is, it has got to be organic, but it is a work in progress. Forgiveness doesn't always come straight away. It comes with working on it and, you know, putting in the effort and releasing some of the emotions that are attached to it. Let's see what messages we have for the new relationship, the dating, you know, the if there is somebody or if there's a potential somebody. What's the messages for the DFs that are seeing someone else? What's the messages? Right, okay. Right, okay. So for some DFs, you will find that this person chases you a little bit more. So that could be something that is a bit more appealing to you about this connection, because they do chase you a bit more. We've got chaser and make the first move. They will call. They are completely in opposite energy to your divine masculine at times, because obviously with the divine masculine connection and DF connection, oftentimes it can be it can end up be like this period of no contact, you know, let's say, like communication can be choppy. So this person is a clear communicator. They are a bit of a chaser. They want to make the first move. Not a chaser, but they're chasing you ultimately, and it's giving you an edge in terms of gaining confidence. So we've got desires only you. So this, I do feel like Spirit's saying putting the foot in the mouth. So they could feel quite like out of the comfort zone with you in certain ways. Like maybe you're intimidating. And I do feel like potentially that intimidation could make them be a little bit like, oh, like stumble over the words, like, and it's making you feel good in some ways, like not that you're intimidating them, but it's making you feel like worthy, because at times I do feel like the betrayal with your DMs and the way you've been tracked can make you feel like it's something to do with you, or there's something wrong with you, and this new love interest is healing that. So I do feel like it's a good lesson for you. It's a good lesson in self-love as well, because through this person appreciating you and maybe even like being very, very attracted to you is going to help heal that self-love energy. It's got, again, we've got transformation again, so it is transformative for your connection and for you. We've got just a crush as well, and compromise. We've also got betrayal and work it out. So what I feel like that is saying is that this is not long term. You know it. You are going to have to make a choice at some point, and it might feel like you are betraying the person that you've started seeing. If you don't choose them, you might think, oh God, it's such a, it's not a nice thing to do. Like, I'm being a bit of a jerk. Like, it's fate. The divine are going to jump in at some point. So if you don't follow your heart when you know it's time to close this connection down, shut it down, the divine will absolutely do that for you anyway. And honestly, I do feel like I get the vibe that most of these connections they're either gonna fizzle out or end on good terms. I don't think it's gonna be karmic. I feel like it's not going to have like a really bad energy to it. Like, I do think it's going to be like, oh well, yeah, it's kind of mutual, and then work it out. You're going to work through this, is what Spirit is trying to say with the work it out card. Like, you are going to get through any kind of conflicting ideas that you've got. Like, I feel like at times you might be like, oh, I feel like such an ass because honestly I know it's not going to last and I still love my twin. No, you're not an ass. It's just part of your journey, and there's a hidden Spirit saying there's a hidden meaning to it. So that's interesting. But I do feel like, sorry, that one it stuck with me, that one. There's a hidden meaning to it. So I do think for many there's a bit of a discovery to happen within these connections. That is all I've got for this reading. I do hope you've enjoyed it, and let me know in the comments what other themes you want me to kind of do collectives on. Like, I've done twins in no contact, twins in contact, DFs moving away from the connection. Like, what other things? I did spirit babies. What other collectives do you want to see me do next? Because I'm on a bit of a roll, so we're going to stick with it.